Hi, folks. This is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, I was watching a program the other day. Well, actually, I was on the internet looking for other things, and because my brainy phone knows what I'm interested in, I started getting these little blurbs from fishing companies. And there was this guy that was giving his tips on fishing. And I thought, I got to share this because I think it's really, really interesting. He was talking about soft plastic swim baits and his tip on how to make a swim bait better. And I wanted to make sure you didn't think this was me taking his ideas. I'm passing his ideas on because I think they're fascinating. What he does is he takes a soft plastic swim bait. Now, that's a little soft plastic with a paddle tail that is supposed to resemble a minnow swimming through the water. And he takes them, and he was using a Kitech. That's a very, very popular brand. They're made in Japan, I believe, but they're one of the Bass Pro's favorite lures. A Kitech lure, and it's got ribs all around the body. And what he does is he says, take your thumbnail and rough up the plastic. Just run your thumbnail back and forth along that swim bait, and you'll see that it starts to get instead of being smooth, all of a sudden it looks like you've done the same thing to your skin or something. It becomes rough. It has little nodules of plastic sticking out where you've roughed it up, scraped it is what you're doing. You're scraping it. Well, what does this do? He says it makes the plastic softer so that swim bait will actually wiggle more in the water. But he's not finished. He says, then what I take is a pair of scissors and I'll cut grooves. You don't want to cut it all the way. You got to be careful how far you cut into it or you'll weaken it and then it'll come apart. But you cut grooves in it. That further makes the swim bait almost be segmented and wiggle more in the water. The purpose of this is all to make it more active in the water. And then he says his final thing is he takes a Chartreuse marker and makes a little line down each side of it. And that gives almost a place for the fish to relate to, like their lateral line. They see that little yellow, that little Chartreuse marker. He says, don't make it too big, too strong, and put a Chartreuse dot on the tail. He says, I'm going to tell you, this is going to make that swim bait a lot more effective. I thought this was really, really interesting, so I tried it. I haven't used the bait in the water yet because it's too early. We haven't been out. We haven't got the season to begin yet. But I did that, and yes, even my nails, which I keep cut too short, but they were enough so that I could rough up that plastic. And he's right. It wiggled more. So this might be something. I mean, there's so many soft plastic stuff out there, but you can experiment with it. I've talked about this before. You can do different things. Use your mind to create thoughts of how you can make that look different in the water, something maybe the fish would relate to. And so again, I really like this idea, this tip, and I'm going to do it. And I'm never too old to learn. And this is something I think could make my fishing better. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.